Hi there. How's it going? I'm Derek. He's Gary.
Yeah. So I've been told.
This is a joint. This is the lighter. We're gonna use the lighter. We're gonna light the joint. And we're gonna be shallow, judgmental pricks about the rolling paper. Because that's what we do. We don't have a soul. We sold out.
Well, we're judgmental about.
We're trying to sell out. We just
Shitty
need a
ones.
buyer. Please. Please help us.
But anyways,
Okay. So, here's the deal. Today we are doing
on episode 89,
LaCroix wheat straw cigarette paper.
wheat
So,
straw.
as some of you may know, I kind of like doing rolling papers that are made out of different things. It's new, it's exciting, kind of get to check it
Different.
out and all that stuff.
Different.
So, you know, this is a vintage pack. This isn't something that's really available anymore today. But I found it on eBay. Awesome. It is a vintage pack, I believe, from the 60s. But
didn't you get it in a
bundle?
A bundle?
Yeah, I got it in
Yeah.
a bundle of vintage books a while back.
Expensive.
Yeah, but it was
But they're vintage.
right.
Not much information. A little bit.
Well, there's actually quite a bit, considering its time, right? We didn't have .coms and emails and this, that, and the other.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And there was actually quite a bit of information that was posted here, like actual contact and mailing information. The American Tobacco Company, a division of American Brands Incorporated, New York, 10071. And I can't help but notice that it bears a striking resemblance to the logo for Rizla.
Rizla.
You know, just a little note.
So what you're saying is it could potentially be Rizla before Rizla, or an offshoot of Rizla.
An offshoot, perhaps, I'm thinking. Maybe licensed to carry said logo. I'm not sure. But trademarks are registered. So, and it even says right beside it, trademarks. So
Yeah.
I would imagine that that it has to be some sort of a division of said company.
Interesting.
But, you know, like, this was quite an imaginative... This is called a tuck of papers. So this is where you used to pick up your rolling papers in a tuck. So there's that there. LaCroix, LaCroix wheat straw. And croix being the French word for cross, so LaCroix. And then there's a letter here from I'm assuming somebody of stature. Awards made to LaCroix. Exposition Universelle, Paris, 1900. 2 Grand Prix. And I'm probably going to pronounce these wrong, so forgive me. Bruel, 1880 and 1888, as well as Anvers, which I'm not sure what that is, but in 1885. Amsterdam, 1883. New Orleans, 1885. Paris, 1889. So, you know, it's apparently a very award-winning paper for its time. So that is notable, I'm guessing. So I've got some vintage books, and I haven't really seen that on any of the others. So, you know, whether or not that was just some kind of a marketing ploy, I don't know. But I like it. It works. It gives me a little bit
pretty
of
cool.
information, which I like, as you all know.
Something to read.
You know, made in the USA, which is nice to see. I wish we saw more of that today.
Yeah.
Or even better yet, made in Canada.
What a concept.
You get 100 cigarette packs per tuck.
Cigarette papers.
Yeah, cigarette papers. Sorry.
You said packs. But anyways.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
You get 100 papers per pack. And the interesting thing is they don't have glue on them.
No glue.
But yeah, there it is.
It's stuck. We had problems with it the very first time we used it because we put some glue on it.
Yeah, we used Juicy J's rolling paper glue on it, and it was lousy.
Messed it up.
And then I figured, you know what the hell? Let me try it without anything. Just give it a good lick. But one lick pass was no good. I had to really wet the edge and then hold it for a second to really get it to adhere nicely. But,
And then let it dry.
yeah, but then there it is.
I think let it dry is the key thing. Flame on. You're looking for the flame and it's attached to your belt.
So it is, my friend. So it is. I can remedy that by placing it there.
There you go.
Da 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 da. Boop. So I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy medication time. Do you enjoy medication time?
I love medication time.
So, and not for the traditional reason that everybody would think that we just love getting baked. That for us is what we call a bonus side effect.
Oh yeah.
But we love medication time because that means in 10 minutes from the time we consume this medication, we're going to be feeling a lot better physically than we were before we smoked it.
And mentally. Because it takes us the ease off of the mental strain of trying to suppress the pain that you're feeling. For me, that's how it works anyways. Helps me forget about it. It's like the old Calgon commercials. Take me away.
Look, here's the way I see it. There are some people that like to come home from work and crack open a beer, sit down in front of the TV and relax for a little bit.
Or have a shot of whiskey or rum or
whatever
vodka
the case may be.
Whatever.
I'm not a drinker.
Neither am I.
I don't care to drink. I don't care to be around drinking. Just because it's just not my thing. It's not my lifestyle choice. And I'm not a big fan of drunkards.
No.
So, for me...
But hey, to each their own.
I don't judge. But, for me, I find it much more relaxing to just chill out, smoke a joint, take a breath, have a cup of coffee, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
Plus, most of the time for me, it's a bottle of Powerade, but hey.
But it also helps to instigate that appetite for dinner. Or breakfast. Or, she's coming apart. Yeah. She's coming apart, guys.
Uh-oh. She's come undone. She came apart bad on us a few times. Okay, so appearance. I gave it an 8 because it really did give a lot of info for its time.
Yes.
The scent. With these, literally all you smell is the packaging and not the papers, which surprised me considering they're made out of wheat straw.
It's going to fall apart.
Okay, well. Oh, yeah, it's coming apart bad.
Yeah. But it's got a taste.
Yeah, it brings the funk. It brings the funk.
No shit. Yeah, it's got this taste.
It's funk. Not good funk.
No.
Not like some George Clinton. Not anything like that.
No.
It bad
No,
funk.
it's not very tasty.
It bad funk.
It's just my opinion. by
It's
the way.
like Frankie Avalon sings
No.
Snoop Dogg. It's just wrong.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
but you know what? They didn't have much choice back then, so
let's cast our fucking stones on this fucker, shall we?
let's throw a boulder on it.
Alrighty then. Appearance scores a nice 8 out of 10.
And just guys, so you know, this is a redo of this episode because we've been
Technical
having
error.
sound issues and so on and so forth, which we've explained in the last video
episode, yeah.
and blah blah blah. So
Blah, blah, blah.
we just wanted to reiterate. That's why we're going through the scores as quick as we are because
We already did them.
we've already done them, and this is actually the third time, isn't it?
Third, correct.
So the third time for these episodes. So we've already explained it twice. It came up with the same scores each time, almost identical. There was a couple of changes we did, which you guys won't know about anyways. So
Okay, so
But here we go.
here's the dealio.
yes, the low downio.
Appearance scored an 8. The scent, they're not a flavored paper. They're not supposed to be a scented paper. And when you open up the tuck, all you smell is the cardboard. So
Gets a 10.
that gets a 10. The roll gets a 9. It was very easy to roll. The gum, or lack thereof, should we say, gets a 2.
2.
The burn gets a 7. It did coke swirls quite a bit, but it did manage to maintain.
While it burned and stayed together.
Right. Aroma 6. It had
was-
an odd scent. It didn't kind of get up and kick the shit out of you or anything, but
it was not very pleasant.
no. But we've smelt worse,
Oh yeah, yes.
so
we
it gets
have.
a 6.
Yeah.
Ash
Surprisingly,
got a 10 out of 10.
it held up.
It held
very well.
tight.
Yes.
The smoothness
Smoothness?
got about a 6.
Yeah.
So
It had a taste that kind of got you.
it brought the funk. Quantity versus cost scored a 5 because it was an older book of papers.
and it was expensive.
Yeah. So, and the roach is a
Gone.
0. That fucker is out. We will strip that weed out of that bitch and throw that paper in
Fucking
the
gone.
trash.
Gone. Been gone not long enough.
Right.
But anyways, so the final score, I think it was a 63. I think.
It was 63
63.
out of 100, which on our report card is a fail.
Gonzo.
So that means it is not a recommendation.
No.
So here's the deal. If you're like one of those, gotta at least have one collector, okay, go
By
get
all means.
one. It's not one that I'd recommend if you're like me getting a box of. This is one of those ones where you're going to get it, you're going to add it to your collection, you're going to smoke one, realize that you don't want to smoke a second one, and in the collection it remains.
Forever.
So, and that's okay.
It is okay if you want to do that.
Right. You know, I'm not looking to resell the books out of my smoke box.
Yeah. And I was going to say, I, on the other hand, would not even purchase it for me, personally.
Right. You know, he's
I'm
not
not a collector.
He's not a collector. He's
I'm
he's
an
just
indulger.
he's your average chronic pot smoker for medical reasons and
personal
reasons.
I
So
fucking enjoy it.
that's right.
I'll admit it.
And I'll be the first one to admit it too. I absolutely enjoy smoking marijuana.
Fucking right.
But the one thing I will say is, you know, the typical idea of the burnout marijuana smoker is far outdated.
Oh.
There are so many extremely accomplished people that
Yep.
smoke pot morning, noon, and night.
Yep.
And, you know,
And you'd never know it.
that's right. One of them being George Washington. Just saying. He was a chronic pot smoker and often grew marijuana plants on his hemp farm. Things you should know.
Yep.
Anywho,
63 out of 100.
63 out of 100.
Boo.
If you're just a casual smoker, please don't bother. If you're
Don't
looking for a
bother.
cool old pack of rolling papers to frame and put on a wall, look for like an old World War II, World War One pack
Something
of
worth it.
zigzags.
Yeah.
You know, put something historical on there, something that's at least got merit, that stood the test of time.
Yep.
You know, these ones clearly did not.
No.
All right, that's all we have for you for episode 69, or as we like to call it, Dinner for Two.
69?
I
We're way
tried.
beyond that, dude.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
We're way beyond that, dude.
You know,
I think we're at like 89.
sometimes I just get, food on the mind, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 89.
Episode 89.
That was 89.
You weren't supposed to catch that.
Yeah.
That was my own little frip that I threw in there
I'm,
just for a little bit of
one of
fun.
them smart stoners. Don't forget about it.
All right. So, anyways,
89.
that's the end of episode 89. We'd like to give a special thanks and shout out to our sponsors. Those are Tricks on May Street in Thunder Bay, Ontario, and Bedlam on Algoma Street in Thunder Bay, Ontario. Thank you all very much for everything you do. We'd also like to say thank you to our viewers, our subscribers, our followers, and our friends through all our social media venues. We appreciate you and all that you do for us.
For following us. For actually making us feel like there's somebody out there that likes us.
Clearly, they're insane.
Actually, you know what? I don't think they like us. I think just they like the information.
I'm good with that too.
Yeah. That's what we're doing it for. But yeah. Either way, we're good for it.
Hey
we're
man,
good
whatever
with it.
keeps you coming.
Yeah. We're all
I like
for
it.
it. Yeah, we love it.
Okay, so that's all we got. Thank you to everybody, and hang tight. We'll have episode number 90 coming up, probably in a couple of days.
We'll see what we can do. We're out.